Hey everybody, it's Drewski McGillicuddy, and here we are in the car right outside our local theater because we decided to go and support our local theater by watching a movie from 1975, and that's Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Now, before we talk about it, I want to talk about my original experience with this movie. I was either 14 or 15 years old, and I probably shouldn't tell you this, but my mom, she rolled me up a doober and was like, here's this, take this VHS movie and enjoy yourself. And damn it if I didn't enjoy myself. And the funny thing is, I'm not even that big on like British humor.
I am.
I tried to watch The British Office, couldn't get into it. But something about this movie has always, what's that word? Where like it just jives with you or whatever.
It's always meshed with you.
It's meshed with me. I like this movie. Now, there are certain parts of the movie that I don't necessarily care for, which is the Camelot song. Never cared for that, but pretty much
I like it.
Every scene in this movie other than that is pretty much iconic.
Mm-hmm. Very quotable.
Very quotable. One of the most quotable movies of all time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I almost quote it every other day. There was some stuff that I say all the time that I didn't even realize that I got from this movie because it's been an ungodly amount of time since the last time I watched it. I even picked it up on Blu-ray a couple years ago, and she's been nagging me all the time, like, we always watch what you want to watch. I want to watch Monty Python. I'm like, no. I figure, we'll wait till a special occasion such as this. And now we're sitting outside the theater, and it was kind of a nice experience. I mean, I kind of miss watching stuff with an audience, but most of the time when you watch stuff with an audience, you got to worry about distractions and people talking or people being on their phones. But it was kind of nice because there was just me, her, and then there was a guy with his two sons behind us, and they had never seen the movie before, and they both seemed to enjoy themselves. I heard them laughing, we was all laughing, having a good time. And it was funny because the kid, she said, there goes we're trying to get the best lighting quality, but it was just terrible because we're in the car, there's shadows everywhere. Don't worry about that. Worry about the fact that this kid brought up a great point. This movie has one of the most lackluster.
No, he said unsatisfying endings.
Well, it's pretty lackluster. I mean, you think they're about to go storm this castle. We haven't even talked about the movie yet, but yeah.
No.
You're thinking they're going to go storm this castle. You know what? Why not? Why ruin it for a bunch of people that might have never seen Monty Python and the Holy Grail? Could you imagine people being out there never having seen this movie? Which, I'm kind of a hypocrite because honestly, this is the only Monty Python movie I've ever seen. Just never got around to the rest of them because I figured they can't be. There's no way that they could be as good as Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
I mean, they all are in their own way. This one is probably the most commercially satisfying of them.
Or commercially
acceptable.
Successful.
But otherwise, I mean, they all have that trademark Python humor. And I mean, I loved not only all of the movies, but also, I loved watching their show.
What, the Flying Circus?
Yes.
I don't know if I've ever seen I've seen bits and pieces of it on YouTube.
Like the Lumberjack song. I think everyone has seen the bit on the Lumberjack song.
Anyway, if you're not familiar for some odd reason with Monty Python and the Holy Grail, it's about King Arthur of Camelot. And he has been quested by God or something like that. Is that how you say it? He's been quested by God to find the Holy Grail. And him and this guy banging two coconuts together are on a quest to find some knights, to serve the round table. Mm-hmm. And, that's basically what the movie's about. We show Arthur gathering his knights, and we have like the iconic scenes of him questioning the fellows at the first castle and them questioning the coconuts because, like I said, he's not riding a horse. He's got a guy following him, clanging two coconuts together, which is the dumbest fucking shit on paper. Like, on paper, it's like literally, if you haven't seen the movie, you probably think I'm crazy telling you how funny some guy clanging two coconuts together is, while the other guy, straight-faced, they never are not straight faced about going around not really riding a horse.
Well,
just
even
being
later
followed.
when
They're all being followed by guys
with coconuts.
clanging coconuts together.
Well, then even later on when they're facing the danger and their mounts are sensing danger and they're uneasy and let's dismount, and they all stop and like raise their leg like
before
they're
they
getting
go
off.
into the cave?
Yeah, they raise their legs like they're actually getting off of a horse.
But yeah, there's like so many just iconic, hilarious parts in this movie, like the whole "bring out your dead," the witch part, the knights who say "knee," the French, the French guy,
the French
taunting. You know, it's weird. It's weird to me. Maybe it's because I've always watched it on a smaller screen. And I own the Blu-ray, but I've never actually popped in the Blu-ray and watched it in high definition, which is funny because in the theater, it almost felt like they put it must have been the original, because it was like full screen. It wasn't even taking up the whole screen, and it didn't seem like it was remastered in any way.
It wasn't. No, that was
there's a scene in the movie where these knights are like looking off in the distance, and you see Sir Lancelot running through a field, and it just keeps showing the same scene of him running, and he's never getting any closer, and then all of a sudden, bam, there he is. And just that scene in particular, it was just a very grainy and old filmy looking, like...
Well, there's even a scene later where it's extremely out of focus, and it's...
Like, some of the shit, I guess, is done on purpose.
Yeah, it was. It was done in a humorous way,
you gotta wonder, like, was this a low-budget movie? But then you look at the costuming and the set pieces...
Though.
I mean, the cost. Well, I mean, I guess it is in England, so it's not going to be that hard to find a fucking castle and all this.
It was filmed in Scotland, I believe.
Oh, Scotland, whatever. They're all over there across the pond. I guess they're all connected, right? There's not a fucking ocean in between them. Don't be sitting here looking up trivia while we're trying to just have a.
Well, no, I was hoping to see it. Maybe they had like what the budget was on it, because I know it was. For the time, it was very...
I mean, there's a couple things that are just like, did they do that to be smartasses, or was it budget constraints? Like with the whole horses thing. Maybe they didn't have the fucking budget to fucking teach all these guys how to fucking ride horses. Even though they're from England, and you would think people in England would know how to ride horses.
That's kind of stereotypical, isn't it?
That's where horses came from.
No, it's not.
Isn't it?
No. But anyhow,
if you know where horses came from, make sure you leave a comment in the comment section down below. So anyway, let's talk about Sirobin. That's probably my I can't stand the Camelot song, but when they're singing to Sirobin,
his favorite minstrels,
his minstrels,
he took his favorite minstrels with him.
Were they? Is it supposed to be that, or is that what they really called them?
Yeah, that was the
They're the same thing as the cycle women have once a month.
That's a minstrel. These are minstrels. M-I.
We'll see the difference. Should we have the words pop up to show that there's a difference?
M-E or M-I. M-I is
also, it's a synonym.
Musicians.
It's a synonym.
No.
Oh, Christ.
It's an onomatopoeia.
Onomatopoeia. Those are real things.
I think.
Hey, we haven't been in school in a really long time.
Or is it a homily?
A homily.
Words that sound the same but are spelled different and have different meanings. I don't know. I used to be good in English class years ago.
Yeah. The education system's gone down the crapper, Anyway, don't worry about that. This would be in my top 10 comedies of all time, probably.
Oh, it is in mine.
There are just a couple things that might knock it out. I don't know. I'd have to sit down and look at my movie collection and try to really figure out what are the, But this is still a laugh out loud experience. If you've never seen Monty Python and the Holy Grail, even if you don't like dry, it's not really the dry British humor type. It's stupid, dumb, good humor. I don't know how else to explain it. Like,
it's typical.
Some of the stuff in this movie
British
is
humor.
Absolutely the stupidest shit I've ever seen in my life, but it makes me laugh pretty much every time I watch it. And it's been a long time since I've seen this movie, and it was very refreshing to watch it for the first time in a long time in the theater. So, yeah, I'd have to give it an 8 out of 10 if I were going to rate it.
I'd give it a 9.5.
9.5. Look, we'll have the numbers pop up somewhere, but who knows? Who knows? Maybe we won't even have them pop up because, fuck, who cares? Anyway, don't worry about that, everybody. Worry about letting us know what your experiences with Monty Python and the Holy Grail is if you have them. If not, does it seem like something you'd be interested in watching? Let us know all that in the comments section down below while you're liking and subscribing and sharing the video if need be. And, you know, we're sorry that the fucking lighting is all fucked up. I'm just terrible at this. You should know that by now, though.
No, but this is fun lighting for in the car.
Oh, yeah. And then remember to go over to patreon.com, and then it'll inspire me to make bigger and better videos for you in the future.
And it'll buy us popcorn at the next movie.
Yeah, because that shit's expensive. And you gotta make sure you get out there, everybody. That's another message I wanted to point out. Make sure you get out there and you support your local theater. Put your little masks on. I don't know why I lost it, but put your little masks on and go get your popcorn, and you know, you don't have to wear the mask.